Good morning, everyone. I think I have good news for everyone. It is Sunday morning, June 15th, 2014. I've recently been reporting on radiation in the United States and using a particular site to show you this data. And you can look back at my last few videos to see what we've been doing there. Now, I went to check the RAD network the other day, found some very interesting changes. Specifically, many of the meters are offline, particularly the ones with the highest readings around the country, just removed, taken offline. Some of the remaining stations have now been reporting that they are in fact not gamma counting, but beta counting, and of course those are going to be much lower numbers. So when you look at the network now, you see very healthy numbers all across the country. Isn't that delightful? So it would appear that any radiation threat that we were experiencing is now been normalized. So I was not the only one that noticed these changes, by the way. Dr. Rima also made a comment, and essentially after a lot of BS, bad science, the moderator admitted, well, gee, it was just sloppiness. Sloppiness? Anyway, all of our numbers now are just perfectly fine, nothing to worry about. This seems to have occurred directly after just a couple of comments on the forum of that site, suggesting that some people were being a little alarmed by the numbers they were seeing. So they changed them, make them less alarming, take out the really bad ones, make the other ones read a more normalized reading. And at one point there was some unclear suggestions that perhaps the numbers were not counts per minute, as the name would imply, but rather a count per minute above a baseline, which apparently they aren't showing. There's just things don't add up here. Apparently they don't think that we understand background radiation. They don't think we understand that some areas have a higher background radiation counts than others. They don't think we can understand pretty much any of the numbers that they've been giving us up till now. And as Dr. Rima pointed out, she has shared this data with literally hundreds of thousands of people. Now our site doesn't get nearly that many hits, but we've been trying to report on what we thought was a serious issue. And now we're not sure what we're reporting, but it looks like everything is just hunky-dory. Don't worry about it. However, Dr. Rima feels a little differently. And if you look at after she failed to get any meaningful answer to her question about the adjustments to the radiation network, she came out with a post yesterday, and I think the title pretty much says it all. So I don't think there's really any single source that is really going to give us any accurate information now. The state of affairs is such that if you want to trust the EPA's readings, well, that's where you got to go now. I would certainly not give this radiation network my money to get data that they decide whether it should be viewed alarmingly or not, and whether, if their side is that sloppy, what good is it? So any way you add it up, things just don't appear kosher to me. So I can't prove anything. I can't, I'm not going to start a conspiracy over this, but it appears everybody wants us to just sit back and relax. So that's what we're going to do. We're done covering this story. There is now apparently nothing to cover. So best of luck to you all, and we'll get back to our normal science stories just as soon as possible. We also seem to be having some technical difficulties around here that we pretty much are spending full-time job just keeping up on. Again, I'm not going to suggest that there's any foul play, but holy shit, there's just a lot of things going on that we can't explain and we find very disturbing, but can't prove a thing. So hope everyone does well, and I don't know what to say. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Move along. Take care.